Hey, really good day. Appreciate you guys being out there, and it was a great fan day this morning. We had a great attendance, and I appreciate everybody coming out. And beautiful day out there today, and hope you all enjoyed it. I thought it was a good start. First 2 days have been really good. It's hard without pads on. We get to put uppers on tomorrow. We get to put shoulder pads on tomorrow. It's rough right now with protection. Everybody's in the quarterback's face, and it looks a little bit sloppy out there, but it'll get cleaned up, and the pocket needs to get more firm. As they put pads on, it'll look a lot better. I noticed it as I was back there. I should have coached up the defense a little better about stopping on contact without pads, because it gets messy out there with that blitz drill and the team drill, certain things. But overall, I'm really pleased with the team's effort and attitude. And we got a long way to go, but I like where we're at. I think we're in really good shape. You could tell we're bigger, stronger than we've ever been, and got a lot of bodies out there, so everything's going well.
Mark, I know you said a couple weeks ago you didn't want to pump him up before you knew what you got, but Todd Wagner seems to look the part out there.
You know, so far he's really done well. Yesterday he made 2 really nice catches as well. One of those catches where you're completely covered and you come down with 2 balls yesterday. And I didn't notice it was much today, 1 or 2, but yesterday he made 2 really good catches that way, where guys were draped all over him, and he's a big target. So hopefully he'll continue to do that for us. Yeah.
Both the quarterbacks looked a little amped up.
Yeah, they did. It's hard. Like I said, I thought I stood back there for part of it. The pocket was really messy, and we got to get to some things cleaned up, and it's always like that. I mean, defensively, we ought to be a little bit ahead right now. Putting a lot in, and guys are comfortable. We have some experience over there, so offensively, that was day 2 install. So some new plays out there today from yesterday. So we'll get things cleaned up.
I know you mentioned some of it was just not having shoulder pads, but the defensive line did look more athletic than years past.
They did, yeah.
Is that from a concerted effort recruiting? Is it a philosophy change, or?
No, I think all of the above. We're building those guys up and getting them more athletic and getting them stronger as we go, and more bodies in there. So we've been developing those guys, and they do look better. I think there's more bodies in there. We're very long. You could tell defensively at all levels. Defensive line, the second level linebackers, and in the secondary, we got some long guys out there. It makes it difficult on the offense at times. But defensive line, I think we are more athletic, a little stronger than we've been.
It sounds like you were pleased with the effort. Is this where you need to be with a veteran team like this?
Yeah, I'm real pleased with their attitude and their effort. The guys they're hungry. They're working hard. They've been really good. I like it out there today. I thought it was very business-like. Guys are energetic and focused, but there's none of the the chaos that you're going to see sometimes during camp. Pushing and shoving and all that. I mean, let's get some work done and get on and off the field. But I like where we're at right now.
Is Beatty a situation like Jordan where he has, because of the shoulder, he didn't play today, or was it?
No, he was in there. He was in there. He was rotating. We rotate all 3 of those corners with 1s and 2s. Because of
I saw him on the side bench. I must have missed
it. Yeah, he was in there. I didn't notice him out at all there, Jen. But he is coming off that shoulder, so it is harder for him without shoulder pads on. So,
but he's cleared.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Lynn wasn't returning punts today. Is that part of the plan for him?
He will be out there. I think he was cramping at that time, but he'll be out there. He's not as comfortable with punts, so I don't know if he's option 1. Right. But we'll continue to try to bring him along in that.
It looked like Calvin Taylor was taking some of those first-team reps with Josh out. What have you seen from him in terms of the way he's progressing?
Yeah, he does some things really good. He's so long, and takes, he's a big boy, and he's one of those guys that he really does what we ask him to do. We know what we're going to get from him, and he does some things really well, and he's been reliable. So hopefully he'll continue to take another step. Certain guys may give you a little bit more in pass rush and things like that, but first, second down, some things he does well.
I know it's only been 2 days, but has Marquand McCall, has he shown stuff that Quentin showed last year?
He has. He's one of those guys that for that big body, he's got that quick twitch. He's very, very strong and very sudden, and can't wait to see him actually in pads, because he's one of those guys that I think will impress. You can just tell he's got that explosiveness that you're looking for in that position with that size.
Mike Edwards has talked about returning punts, and he was back there.
Yeah.
Is he a viable
option? Definitely. He looked comfortable. He's looking comfortable the last couple days back there, and you know, he is a viable option. Yeah, I think Bouvier, you know, we know we're going to get. He's solid. He's really comfortable. He's going to secure the ball. You got to realize too, some of these punters we're playing in this league, there's very few options on punt returns at times. You know what I mean? If we get the ball and get it and field it and get it 2 or 3, 4, 5 yards, a lot of times it's better than letting it bounce. And you know, now there's times when they miss hit it, but some of the punters that we face do not give up return yards in general. You know. So just depends what I get.
How much opportunity does Chris Oates have to make an immediate impact considering how little experience you have there?
Yeah, I think it's definitely an option. He looks really comfortable, really good. He's getting a lot of reps right now, and we're excited about it. And, you know, see what he can do. And, you know, it's always also very easy when we're in the basics. You know, and so. As you start putting in all the different nuances and all those things, you know, that's when you got to be a little bit careful because they think it's real comfortable right now. But as we get into the heavy lifting and the change-ups, it gets a little bit confusing at times.
How do you balance that? Well, you got so many experienced guys. I assume you can go maybe a little quicker because those guys already know so much.
Yeah.
But you got the young guys, as you said, you're trying to bring them along as well.
Well, I think also why it's really good is because the guys did a great job this summer. You know, our older players did a really good job of coaching and doing things this summer. It's very evident that our players did a great job with 7-on-7, and you know, they even did some team runs, some blitz, and some team, and they put a lot of work in. You could tell because of even the freshmen, the guys just reported in June, the basics of the offense and defense they're comfortable with. Yeah.
What about DeAndre Squares? Another guy that Jordan out of there, you can take a good look at.
There's no doubt. I think he's definitely going to be a guy that's going to play some.
With the organization, talking about the 7-on-7s and everything, is that something you guys strongly encourage, or is it the players going out and just doing it on their own?
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, they know what's necessary, and I think they really got the message. I brought it up at a press conference once before about doing it with a sense of urgency and doing it right, as opposed to just going out there putting in time, you know, and just having a purpose and doing their work and being sharp. And I could tell they were more efficient at doing that.
The point of me is that some of your best players are your best leaders now too. How big a difference does that make?
It's a big difference. It's a very big difference. And you know, I like it. Nothing's forced right now. Guys are very comfortable. There's a lot of guys. There's a lot of good leaders. There's guys that do things right. And you're right. I think a lot of our best players are, you know, have a purpose and want things to be done the right way. And they did a nice job this summer of, having a team meeting and just kind of setting the standards of what they expect of each other, and it's paying off.
You were talking about the older guys and the 7-on-7 periods helping the younger guys. How much do you like it on a day like today when somebody screws up and the veterans are on them before you guys are?
Yeah, I think it's very good because it's constructive criticism and guys are taking coaching well, and that's always good to see. So
does that help with that culture you always talk about?
Without a doubt, yeah, without a doubt. You know, you always want a team that's player-led, and you're starting to see a lot of that.
A couple more. Anyone else?
Looks like Brent White coaches a lot of energy out there. I mean, he's kind of invigorated the outside linebackers.
Well, he is, and he's really knowledgeable. Brad gives us a lot of experience. You know, like I mentioned before, he's a big pitcher guy, and he's also very good at technique with those outside backers. And it's been helpful. So I like our staff.
Are we good? All right.